epic Saturday in New York City. So we got up the next morning, Janice and we drove to William Penn. No, first we went to a gas station and I bought coffee and a granola bar for myself. But then we drove to William Penn and got on the bus to New York. It was a 2-hour bus ride, and it actually went really quickly and very smoothly, and it took us right into Port Authority, which is like a mall. I didn't even know that Port Authority was like a mall, and it's like a bus depot. It's pretty sweet. So we got there and it was raining and kind of cold, but you're in New York City, you really can't whine too much. So we walked to the theater of the show that we decided to see and picked up the tickets that I had called in on the bus ride. And then we walked another couple blocks to a place called Playwrights Celtic Pub, which isn't really an Irish place at all. And it's got a shamrock on the outside, so you would think that it would be Irish, but it really doesn't have a whole lot of Irish stuff. Janice had a glass of wine, and I had a beer, and we shared a Reuben, and we kind of just sat and chit-chatted until it came closer to the show time, and so then we went to our show. We saw Everyday Rapture, and it was at Second Stage Theater, that's what it was called. And it was a show starring Sherry Renee Scott, but by the synopsis that we read, we thought it was going to be a play. It turned out to be more of a one-woman show, cabaret, which wasn't awful, but it was different than what we expected, so we were a little let down just by what we saw. It was funny, and Sherry Renee Scott has a beautiful voice, and the real clincher for me was that Michael Mayer was the director, and he is the same guy, the same dude that directed the original Spring Awakening. Oh my God. There was an afterwards Q&A because apparently it was in previews, which we didn't know either, and Michael Mayer was there. So awesome! So we did that, and then we went on a little stroll, and we bought some scarves. Bought some scarves, and bought some New York paraphernalia, like mugs and things. Our last stop before we decided it was time to go home was Ellen's Stardust Diner, which is on Broadway, and it is a diner where the waitstaff sings and like does little performances every now and again. And here, this is a video of one of the ladies singing Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. This guy was our waiter, and he did Papa Loves Mambo, and he really wasn't the best singer, but man, he had a really great smile. Papa loves mambo, Mama loves mambo. And then this last one was the best one that I took. This guy sang Feelin' Good, and he was steamy. Check it out. There were more really good ones. My favorite one was a little guy that sang Stevie Wonder's Signed, Sealed, Delivered, and it was so great, and he had such a really good high range, and it was really humorous to watch him. The thing that they're standing on in the videos is actually back-to-back booths, so it's like one piece, and then there's like that little walking bar, and I was sitting on the booth, so they were like walking behind me. It was really awesome and really fun. It was a fun place. Super crowded though. We went back to Port Authority and got some coffee and got some chocolate cake for Easter for us. Hopped on the bus and rode back. I made Janice watch Twilight. Well, I didn't make her. She mentioned something about it, and I was like, oh, I have that with me, because I was going to watch it like on the plane sometime. And I was like, oh, I have that with me, and she was like, oh, I want to watch it, and I was like, okay. So we actually sat down and watched it. She really, really liked it, which I wasn't sure that she would. So that was fun. And then we went to bed and got ready for Easter, which was epic as well. So stay tuned. Oh my God.